Them hustle sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego die the political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, my egun.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo to do. Mayegun la wa mo la mo to do. Ọ̀rẹ́ ara lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me as usual. So please share the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today. Probably have read the news of the EFCC invasion of Dangote's headquarters in Lagos. It's a long story. The cracker for tonight. Tinubu want to fight certificate forgery. Isn't that funny or ironical? He has actually taken actions, by the way, except for the Chicago State University certificates. Farouk Shadia Umar, the former minister of what's that again? Humanitarian Affairs, and the missing 37 billion naira. The EFCC. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it, like it, and sit back. Enjoy. Today. Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live for those who are watching it live. And when is Mayegun Live? 8 p.m. every evening, 8 p.m. UK time. Once you can set that, that is the moment you will see Mayegun live. Anytime after that, you will be watching a replay or a premiere, just so you know. So thank you so much for joining me again tonight. And for those who have read the caption and the description, who have shared, and those who have indeed liked the broadcast, thank you too. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, something happened. Okay, I mean, as we do always. Okay, after reading the headlines, you read the description, then you listen to Mayegun put the pieces together, so that for those who have seen the news here and there and just shrugged off, like, on Mayegun's diary political, I tend to give it the life of its own, where you are seated right there, you will probably be thinking, how or what does this truly mean to me and to the people around me? And that is why I keep reminding the brethren here, right, that defending APC, Egbekegbe, and any of their policy is like self-sabotaging, self-destruction, like you are destroying yourself indirectly. It's like putting a rope around your neck, and hoping that once you snap like that, it won't kill you. Or simply put, like what do you call it? It's like drinking poison and hoping that it's not going to kill you or it's not going to harm you. You know, something happened, ladies and gentlemen, and it was this guy. I think his name is Abu Umar. He's an investigative journalist. He has heard about how Nigerians were buying university degrees from some of these African countries. And once they present those certificates to the NYSC, the National Youth Service Corps, the certificate is authenticated. Here you get now, and it is original. But how do they get those certificates so easily? It is about money. With 600,000 naira, the guy then went on investigative journalism, where you could get degree in any kind of discipline or subject or what have you, with 600,000 naira in 6 weeks. And they are not fake, like fake. Do you understand? It's just that you won't have to attend classes. You don't have to write examination. You don't have to write any thesis. You don't have to defend anything. All of that will be done for you. In 6 weeks, you would have a degree, a certificate, all right, for a course of maybe 3 years, 4 years. But because of the destroyed educational sector in Nigeria by the Nigerian successive governments, a lot of Nigerians are spending a fortune. They are spending fortune to acquire education outside Nigeria. Sometimes in Nigeria, foreign certificates, like certificates from universities or institutions outside Nigeria, could give you a bit of a leverage if you have to use it in Nigeria. Then politicians and everyone like out there were getting these certificates like fan ice cream. You know that fan ice cream? So the guy went on, and when he got his certificate delivered to him, everything he needed was delivered to him. He proceeded to the Nigeria's NYSC. Meanwhile, when you sign up for NYSC in Nigeria, they will take your fingerprints to confirm that you actually was present for the youth service. Thumbprinting, that is biometrics. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know why that kind of always happen. Just give me a sec, okay?
Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. Let's be poor.
Sorry about that. Sometimes, my software just sort of pick my hand gesture, and then it will kind of act on it. So, sorry about that. So, as I was saying, Nigerians goes to Ghana, Togo, even this Cotonou, Benin Republic, Kenya, South Africa, Chad, Sudan, Egypt, Uganda, everywhere. People kind of just go everywhere, you know. So when the guy now proceeded to the NYSC, despite the fact that he had already served, all right, before he became a journalist and all that, okay, he served. So the system didn't pick him. In what they later came back to say, it's because he used different phone number. That was why he wasn't detected. So the guy presented the certificate like everyone else, signed up for the NYSC, same name, same age, same everything, and he was accepted. He served, a few months after, he just came out with his reports, shattering report. The one that puts that university in Cotonou, Benin Republic on the spotlight. And not just the university, that's university. Every institution in Benin Republic. And in Nigeria, the NUC, that's always sort of certified your universities as government approved, so that every course they offer will be government approved. Here, NUC, Nigeria University Commission, Abi, what do you call them? National University, Nigeria University Commission. So they also issue the same certificates to other institutions all over the world. It is called accreditation. So accreditation means government has seen that they are genuine, and every of their products, is genuine. So immediately the news broke. Remember, normally it is not all Nigerians who kind of got their certificate from outside Nigeria bought them. But with the reports, Tinubu's government, with their knee-jerk reaction, they decided to discredit when you accredit when you accredit an institution and later you kind of take back the accreditation. What do you call that? The accreditation will be discredited. I know it's not funny. So they decided to say, everyone who has a certificate from Benin Republic, past and present, and those of you in your thousands, just forget it. If you love, if you kind of like or love yourselves, the ideal thing is to stop paying any school fees to them anymore. Whatever they give to you is useless in Nigeria. but they took it a bit, I mean, a notch further. They added extra about like 17 other universities across like 9 countries. So, because they want to stop those who are using forged foreign certificates in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the president, Tinubu himself, never actually attended any school. You know his story. That is the irony now. So all of you who went to school in Chad, Niger Republic, all of you who are schooling in Uganda or Kenya right now, your schooling and all of that. And please don't let any, I don't know, maybe they will tell you if Nigeria is not going to take it, another country will take it. I don't know your plan. I'm just saying. Here you get. A lot of you were waiting to, to round up, because in those countries, you don't, you know what I mean? In those countries, they don't experience strikes like Nigeria. There are those who couldn't afford sending their families or their children. I'm talking about all normal people, not even like politicians and all that now. Like, you don't have to feel sorry for those ones, okay? Like, you know what I mean? However, not everyone has the kind of money to send their children, okay, to London, to America, to Canada, to all those top choice places. Here you get, or Europe. There are those who are genuinely pursuing the academic, the academic excellence and all that within Africa. Now, what Nigeria is saying is that because a lot of you want to go back to Nigeria and go and do that youth service, you go and do national youth service, NYSC, because it has to be in your credential. It has to be in your that you served. You went to NYSC and all that. So the point here is this. You can no longer do that. This is their reaction in treating those who are using fake certificates, despite the fact that Tinubu himself never attended any school for real. The only person who said the truth about Tinubu's education was fraudsters Otobokeyamo. I remember a member here who said every time you mention that Festus and you call him, that like, I'm so sorry, guy, right? Not you, not Festus, you, but it's just what it is. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can do about that, right? But it was fraudster Otobokeyamo that said the truth, something closer to the truth. He said, Tinubu was homeschooled. Here you get. Tinubu was homeschooled, which means everything Tinubu knows was self-taught. Do you understand that now? So that he was an accountant, auditor general in Mobile, or this or that. All of them are fake, by the way, as evidence. You know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. However, the only thing that could be closer to the truth is that he was homeschooled. He did not go to any school. Because when Tinubu, in 1999, when Tinubu filed his governorship INEC form, when he filled that, Tinubu said he went to St. Paul Aroloya in Lagos. There is nothing called St. Paul Aroloya, Lagos. No, never existed. Okay? Tinubu said he went to the government college, Ibadan. Ladies and gentlemen, there was nothing, what do you call it? He never attended any government college because the supposed people were supposed to be his classmates. But he said he went there. They didn't know him. No, we don't know him. This was 1999. Tinubu said he went to University of Chicago. But because Nigeria's system, a rigged, corrupt system, he managed to wriggle around it because he had immunity as governor. He cannot be sued and he cannot sue anybody. That's the story. Fast forward to 24 years later, Tinubu came back with another lie. This time around, he attended Government College Lagos in 1970. There was no Government College Lagos in 1970. The school was not founded until 1974. Tinubu graduated from school that doesn't exist, that did not exist. Yet, all of this evidence, Tinubu spent millions of dollars in trying to stop the Chicago State University from releasing his school credentials. We all saw all of that too. Now, today, the same man is now promising to jail certificate forgers, and he will treat them as criminals. While he treats those certificate forgers as criminals, the rest of you should look for elsewhere to get your certificates. Because as it is right now, if you take Kenya or Uganda, or you are somewhere in Togo or Ghana, maybe your own is Benin Republic, which started it all, or you are currently schooling in Nigeria Republic, I don't even know what you are studying there, or in Sudan, the ideal thing for you right now is to begin to look for something else to do, except if you are not planning to use that degree certificate in Nigeria. So that's actually like, you know what I mean, using the sledgehammer to kill a fly, because they have no plan to go after any forged certificates. It's called knee-jerk reaction. The rest of you right now who are going to be kind of affected by all of this in these countries, God knows, currently, some of you are watching me, by the way. You are not even sure what I am talking about. Some of you don't even like, you are looking for somebody to tell you, explain to you what this announcement means, because you have no idea, like you cannot even like comprehend it. Do they mean that as I am right now in Kenya, my certificate is not accredited anymore in Nigeria? Well, a lot of you probably know some of the schools accredited to Nigeria when you are signing up for them. But as it is today, whether your certificate is fake, whether you are original student schooling there, they haven't made a proper clarity on this. So I know a lot of you will be looking for explanation from them. Sorry, what about those of us who can present all our details? I know, I'm just telling you now. The announcement is that don't come back to Nigeria without Palio, because the best you can use it for is to look for those who they use and wrap buns of puff. But if you are so kind, if you know how much you put into that, if you know how much effort and all of that you put into acquiring that degree, you may call a photographer, make them take your picture, tell them to print a larger frame for you, put them in your living room to remind yourself that you once schooled in Kenya. You are a doctor from Kenya. You are a doctor from Uganda. Under Tinubu, the certificate forger, person will no go school. Don't turn your certificate to old newspaper, whether they take rap bonds. Sometimes when I say this, I try to, they might sound funny, but they are not actually meant to be funny. You know that. And I'll continue to remind you. The reason why I choose to make it a little bit lighter for you is that what can you do? Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to start crying? Somebody said, I was watching your program there last night. Honestly speaking, I started crying. I felt so like I was so worried. I was so scared and all of that, because a lot of you can't really undo the truth. Sometimes when you hear the truth, right, you wish so hard for it not to be. to be something else. But I always want you to understand that every action of these guys, they have the impact on the real life impact on real people. So how do I try to kind of not make you so sad, heartbroken, just simply because you are sitting there? Maybe you even just stumbled on this channel tonight. Somehow, in the last 10 minutes, you are feeling connected to it. And you are laughing, even though it's not funny, like I said. But the bottom line is that you are paying attention to the reality of having wrong people running a country. Okay? When they make decisions, they make them in the name of, we are reacting to that, we must do something, and all of that. Then later, when all of you have been put into that state of confusion, you are not sure what is next. I mean, I don't understand. Somebody said that those of us, they know, but they don't care. Then they would begin to say, okay, those of you who were originally, you have to come to Abuja to come and do a verification. They will open it. They will open, not because they want to help you. It's because they want to open the door, another shop for another boys. They will call it job for the boys. How far with that announcement about Kenya? My brother, I have been going to Abuja almost every month. They said we have to go to the NIMC to go and do verification. They said we have to go to the court to do affidavit. They said all of us have to present this or that. And they are even asking for money. Is that a Nigerian way? Put you in that confusion, no. Not because they want to solve forgery. They are all forgers. They are all criminals. They are not going after anybody. They are not investigating anything. So at the end of the day, a lot of you are still going to go and give them your millions so that they can say, after the second thought, we have now decided that there are some of you who are really, really genuine students, and we have verified them. It's how much it costs to do verification in Abuja. Well, if you want to do it yourself, is that not what they do to you? If you want to do the verification yourself, it will cost you about 1.2 million. But if you don't want to appear, there are some agents. Yeah, you don't need to appear. Remember, now because people know they need to go school and they are having degree from these places, that is why they said all of you call LFE degree into Leo. Go and use your degree as part of your decoration in the house. So, but suddenly you will think they want to solve it, Abby. They will open another door. And then they will have agents that you have to pay to. You don't need to appear to do verification. They will send you your verification. Don't worry about it. 2.5 million. And then you will begin to pay again. Then that one will cast. Then they will say, hey, see this problem. You see this problem of forgery? Another person has come with another idea. The idea is you have to come and do verification in Enugu. Everybody go pack their bag again. Then they go Enugu. On top certificate, we don't even go get you a job. Last, maybe in a Dangote truck you go to drive. For those who are lucky. I mean, they have PhD drivers. Something they were so proud of. Oh, Nigeria has no job. Dangote Consortium. Dangote Consortium is the highest employer of Nigerians. They even have PhD who are driving trucks. Really? Yes, they are the highest paid, 50,000 naira per month. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the system, isn't it? After all of you want to get a certificate here, you want to get this. Person will not go school. Now you're president. Everybody come they argue. He go school. He no go. He go. He no go. I tell you, he no go. He go to school. He no go. He will shake the rest of it, just like the case of Bokwari. Bokwari was jobless for 30 years, ladies and gentlemen. Papa, listen to this. Bokwari was jobless. He was useless for 30 years. I have never seen anything like that in my life. from 1985, where them force am come out as forced military coup plotters. The person we first remove civilian president in Nigeria history, now Bokuwari. Now that Bokuwari, after 30 months, by 1985, they removed him. They put him under house arrest. He spent another 2 years there. By 1987-88, they released him. When they released him, they gave him small money. They said, listen, take this money. Babangida, take this money and start a farm. Do something with your life. Because, you know, what are you going to do? 1988, he bought 150 cows. By 1998, now still 150 cows, Bokuwari had in by. By 2008, 150 cows. By 2015, 150 cows. To the point that people were asking, your own cows, no, they reproduce in Abi Kilori Burukugon. Bokuwari that was in the military, and all the professional military examinations that all military people go through, Bokuwari failed everything. And that is why they will just tell you when they want to introduce him, Mumumadu, they'll say General Mumumadu Bokuwari, GCFR. GCFR is the title they give to you when you become president in Nigeria, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR. Go and see some of his mates. You go to see EFCC, TCPP, SMRNN, Nottingham, GP, Tank, China, what do you call it? Acrobatic, combatant, battle of whatever. Again, Sandos, UK. Pass. You'll be seeing all their titles in their names. Bokuwari no get any. Unproductive. For 30 years. You know, get like jobless. They brought him. People will get job. They started shouting, change begin with me. Change start with you. Change this or that. They can't bring jobless man to be their president. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 years after that, Nigeria became the capital of the jobless people. Unemployment capital of the world. Then gave Bokuwari job. They became jobless. The poverty capital of the world. So it's similar to what you have now, Tinubu. Like I said, when somebody will not get certificates, become your president, you can't go also for certificate in Ghana. They also for certificate in Uganda. Where are you going to use it? Dangote refinery. Talking about Dangote refinery, I'm coming. For you to know that as it stands, there is actually no real plan to investigate those who are buying certificates with money from these places. And there is no plan to separate all of you who are legit. Nance president, Kotonu. I didn't know that. What is wrong with all of you now? You just always want to be like your criminal politicians. When you go to schools in Nigeria, you begin to see the SUG president. I say, SUG convoy. Is the president, SUG president. Is the one with all this bodyguard. Is he not a student like all of you? Is the president now. That's the EXCO. The EXCO coming. So a lot of them are willing to become the willing tool in the hands of the criminals who are stealing their future anyway. As As long as they can give them cars, they can give them all of that. You know, the paparazzi. What is wrong with you? All of you young people. I know. I don't the old now, sure, you know. So I'm talking to you like, like your uncle. Una still live Nigeria, still they do Nance president, Nance this. Nance president, Kotonu. I had to come out and say, hey, you have to arrest that guy who did that investigation. That guy is the criminal. He's just coming to tarnish. President Nancy Kotonu. You knew. Abibeko. I share that with you. Just may not be like say.
Yeah, it is a crime. It is a crime, sir.
Has there been anyone ever been caught for such crime in?
Yeah, we've not had experience about that. So we've not seen anything about that. So this one is just something that actually went viral on the social media. So it has drawn the attentions of virtually both the government and everyone. So that's why the government take the necessary decision they took. Right, but I really want to say something. There's a point I really want to clear out on air, because I want to have a conversation with this guy who is called the reporter. All right, because this step he has taken, all right, because he's trying to doubt the credibility of the government. For example, now he went to he after finish, he got his passport was stamped. All right, so his passport was stamped and he was not available. He was not present there. So you are trying to doubt the credibility of the immigration. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, because your passport was stamped when you are not available there. Now, and that aside, this guy served 2019, and he still served again 2023. So you are still trying to doubt the credibility of the youth, that is NYC, because if someone has served before, he can't serve again, because their database will fish out your details and say, okay, this guy has once served again. And if you have served before and you are still serving again, you have to be punished. He has to be arrested. No, I'm just trying to draft a point out.
Okay.
So he has to be arrested. This guy needs to be arrested because I know he's a reporter who is trying to clear out some things, but on that note, you are trying to implicate some persons. Now, because in sense like whereby you are trying to implicate the government, the NYC and the immigration, like I said. So you trying to go serve the second time, that means you need, like, the NYC are not capable, their database is not really working for you to go and serve the second time.
And you don't think that this effort that has been made, excuse me, it's in the interest of even you yourself to ensure that those things don't continue, because you're spending, this is your 4th year, you said, in the school, and he was able to get what you are going to get in 4 years within 2 months. Don't you think that this, in one way or the other, exposes and blocks the way from those who would want to perpetrate this scam continually, so that we can block it? And if he served in 2019 and he's serving in 2023 without holding brief for anyone, I mean, don't you think this is another way of saying we have some loopholes in our systems that we need to block?
All right, I'm not doubting that, but then since this is out already, all right, so we are taking, I urge the government to look into it and take the necessary step as fast as possible, sir.
No, some of you are expecting me to just drop it. Nuisance lele. But did you hear his point? To him, investigative journalism is probably new. And I think some of you probably feels like that, because according to him, the guy did not go to Cotonou, but he had his passport stamped that he was there backhand, which means that it's forged. Okay. The guy was trying to also expose the Nigeria government too, to show that he already served in 2019, but he applied again. A system that was supposed to reject him right away accepted him. And in fact, it was issued every paraphernalia of a copper. The system didn't discover that. That is his job. That is called investigative journalism. That you have to use fake ID, fake this or that, just to obtain the information and put out there the corrupt process that you are investigating. Alaye said they need to arrest him. He must be arrested. He's trying to disgrace the government. What is investigative journalism? To what? To make the government look good. That's not investigative journalism. If somebody comes out tomorrow with the proper image of Tinubu and his urine bag, like proper one, and then you begin to talk about we should respect his privacy, we should if somebody wants to prove that you don't understand. And now, you remember when Kolu returned from France the other time with that syringe attached to his armpits? You remember that time? They've never made that mistake again. Every cloth they wear for him now, they always make sure that it's a long-sleeved. Have you not noticed that too? No, they pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Sure, you understand now? So if somebody come out tomorrow and show us the gas tanky that if Tinubu is using to recuperate, investigative journalism, you cannot turn around and begin to give but what if Alaye Koshidano? It's investigative journalism. How he got that? That is his own source. They don't share that. So, and when you meet investigative journalists, even if you want to kill them, they will never share their source with you. But in Nigeria, the guy is now asking that his life should be protected. We have a long night, okay? You heard today when they said that Dangote headquarters in Lagos got raided by the EFCC. And a lot of you are kind of wondering why, what happened? Oh, they are investigating Emefiole. And according to them, so waiting now concern Dangote. Anyway, the thing is that, it is still the backstory of the haste of the century. How Bokwari and his brothers and sisters looted Nigeria in a very coordinated way. And a lot of your elites also participated. I mean, there is something that is not new to some of you. How much Emefiole gave to Dangote, even though they did not tell you where their money came from. Okay? And Emefiole came back to tell you that Dangote has paid back 70% of that money meant for the refinery. Even though the refinery is yet to produce a teaspoonful of petrol. However, immediately Tinubu came, Emefiole was arrested, and they said they started an investigation. In their investigation, they realized that as the rest of you are businessmen and women and ordinary people are scampering to look for Forex in order to pay for your daily business dealings, the Central Bank of Nigeria was hijacked by few people, Bokwari and his gang, and the Forex was being allocated to themselves, especially Dangote Consortium. this Boa been about. You remember that guy that is selling cheaper cements, the one that is considered as a deriver to Dangote, and so many other businesses like that, who received different dollar allocation from Emefiele for their businesses. A lot of you started you had the intention of closing the gap of poor infrastructure, which has led to poor economy and where people have no real job. A lot of you have jumped into the shark infested water of what they call the investing in Nigeria, and you have been shooed like you have been like chewed, like to pieces with all your money and all that, because a lot of you who went into Nigeria's and to invest in Nigeria economy, your businesses, you realize that for you to sustain those businesses, you have to what? You have to pay a lot of bribe to sustain them. Okay. I do not know how some of you businesses in Nigeria do operate or survive, by the way, but a lot of you are living witnesses to what it takes to actually survive. A lot of you are bribing your ways, bribing people, like, being taxed by people who are mostly non-state actors, okay? And the people like Dangote and some other businesses like that, all right? They have access to all this free money, and you will think you are doing the same business, all right? So while you are losing, they are gaining. The other part of this, their destruction of Nigeria, was to use some of these